101st win in the career of Wood Brothers Racing. This is Barry's first career win in the Cup Series, and with Harrison Burton's win at Daytona last year, it's the first time since Kyle Petty won a race in both 1986 and 87 that team has won races in back-to-back seasons. So right off the bat, Tanner, what's your reaction to Barry's victory? And between this race today and the P4 last week at Phoenix, are you surprised at how well he's run the last 2 weeks?
As far as the last 2 weeks, with Phoenix, no. So I made a point coming into the season that Josh Berry is going to have both Ryan Blaney and Joey Logano's data to go off of. So at those flatter tracks like Martinsville, Phoenix, places that Berry has been known to succeed in the past, especially with Martinsville, given his late model background, I was not surprised to see him perform well there. And Vegas, if you obviously look back into his Xfinity Series career, he had an exceptional fill-in stint there for Michael Annett back in 2021 in the one car for Junior Motorsports when he got his second career Xfinity Series victory. So it's a place that Barry has, I would imagine, a pretty good notebook on in terms of mentally and, kind of how to approach the track. So I guess in hindsight, no, we really shouldn't be too surprised that he was able to really show his strength this weekend and the weekend before. But at the same time, we've just not seen really any pace out of the Wood Brothers cars in many, many years, especially this consistently, like back-to-back weeks of just very, very strong runs from the Wood Brothers crew. And like I said, we just haven't seen that since Harrison Burton took over the car in 2022. And, I don't want this to turn into a Harrison Burton, flame session, but you really just got to tip your cap to the perseverance of that team. They obviously came into this year with a whole lot of a new driver, a relatively brand new crew chief, and they've really made things come together really fast. And I think the biggest thing that I'm pulling from this weekend is the fact that Ford, for once in the next gen era, has speed to start the year. And that really can't be overstated. They have been fast at almost every track, not at COTA, but they don't really have a whole lot of tremendous road racers on their current roster among their teams. But at the end of the day, I guess I was surprised that Barry was able to run so well today, considering his Penske teammates each had some form of trouble come in their way. But yeah, you really got to tip your cap to Barry and the Wood Brothers. They put in a phenomenal effort this weekend from qualifying on through the race. They stayed up front the entire event, got points in both stages. So this was not by any means a fluke victory. I hope that it's not swept away like it is one. Barry was fast all day, showed a lot of strength, and when the chips were down, he was really able to, play all of his cards and come out with a win. So great day for Wood Brothers, great day for NASCAR, any day that Wood Brothers wins. So like I said, my hat's off to them. I was surprised by their performance today, but maybe in retrospect, I shouldn't have been.
Tanner, I know we were talking backstage before the show, but just thinking back to Wood Brothers' recent history, like I said, it's the first time in 38 years that they had back-to-back winning seasons. But, in looking at their run-up to their 100th win, they got a win with Morgan Shepherd in 1993. Then they had to wait 8 years for Elliott Sadler to win at Bristol in 2001. Then it was almost a full decade before Trevor Bayne won the Daytona 500. Then another 6 years after 2011 when Ryan Blaney won Pocono in 2017. That got them to 99, and then it took them 7 years after that to win their 100th with Harrison Burton at Daytona last year in the summer race. So this knocking on the door for 100, so to speak, they were knocking on the door for years, decades really, when you think about it. And then as soon as they get 100, 16 races later, here we are in 2025, and Josh Berry takes them to victory lane in a mile and a half. So I don't know. Like you said, I like that you said it wasn't a fluke, because like we said, we saw speed with them at Phoenix last week. Another strong top five run. Barry's obviously a tremendous talent, and I think the drivers that run the weekly series, like Mike Joy was saying on the broadcast today, it wasn't that long ago that was Josh Berry, and we were all hoping he would get an opportunity in so much as an Xfinity ride with Junior Motorsports, and then that ultimately turned into a full-time deal there. Now he's full-time in Cup with the Wood brothers, and certainly making the most of that opportunity there. So we'll see if they can continue this run of form that they've had the last couple of weeks. But certainly, I think trending in the right direction for that team and for Ford as well to have the speed this early in the year, I think is a good sign for all of those teams.